Night. Neither Cristiano Ronaldo nor Lionel Messi scored for their respective teams, but both players are expected to be shortlisted for FIFA's Ballon d'Or award when that's announced a bit later. The pair have both had impressive years on the pitch, and we've got some numbers to show you explaining that. Messi scoring 52 goals, just 3 fewer than Ronaldo, which we can see from that chart there. But off the pitch, they're just as successful. According to sports marketing company Replicom, Messi records a global awareness rating of 87%. That's slightly lower than Ronaldo's 92%. In terms of global appeal, well, more people like Messi, although that's their value there. Let's take a look at Facebook, because this is an interesting one. Ronaldo's a clear winner here with more than 102 million fans, better than any other athlete, club or team on the planet. So no wonder his commercial value via the social media side is more than double Messi's. In terms of the players' actual endorsements, though, there's very little to choose between the two. And no surprise that their respective club managers are backing their star men to win World Footballer of the Year.
It is difficult to think about any other player other than Cristiano because he has won it all individual and collective awards. I think some people forget that Cristiano was very important for us to win the Champions League. He scored 17 goals during the championship. So I think we should start talking about next year's Ballon d'Or because there is no doubt about this year's winner.
We all defend our interests, and if you ask for my opinion, obviously this award points out the best player of the season. That is what it is for. As for me, the best player of the season we are playing is Leo Messi. So I would give it to Leo Messi.
Mike Ragg is Executive Vice President and Global Head of Research at Replicom, the company that put together those numbers we just were showing our viewers. Mike, lovely to have you in the CNN World Sports Studio. We don't know who's going to win the Ballon d'Or, their performances on the pitch, but off the pitch, do we already know who the winner is between Ronaldo and Messi?
Well, at the moment, it's Ronaldo, but by a hair. So he's more famous across the 15 markets where we measure this. More people know about Ronaldo than know about Messi. But when we look at the story behind that, we can see that amongst the people who know about Messi, he's more trusted. So there's a balance there. I think, though, the real appeal with Ronaldo over the years that he's built his appeal is all about his trendiness. People think that he's a fashion leader, and they look to him for that.
And when you say that Ronaldo has a global awareness of 91%, what does that actually mean?
So we get these numbers from something called the Davy Brown Index, which quantifies consumer perception of celebrities in 15 key countries around the world. So this really represents about 1.6 billion people's opinion on the planet. And when we look at awareness, we're just simply asking them the question, do you know about this person? We show them the face, and we ask about the name.
And when you talked about categorising those two players and their characteristics away from the football pitch, which of those two characteristics in terms of just overall awareness and the trustworthiness, which is more sort of popular to companies that want to sponsor these two players?
Well, if we look at the sponsors of both of the players, most of the sponsorship money in the numbers that we just put up there came from apparel manufacturers and came from airlines, both of which are trying to build global brands. So the overall awareness is absolutely critical in all of that. At the same time, if you want to try to build trust in your brand and if you want to be as authentic to your consumers as you possibly can be, then trust is also important. So it's a balance between the two. We would normally go with awareness first.
How key is it that Ronaldo's got a massive social media following, especially on Facebook, not just in terms of other athletes, but in terms of any sports brand on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, he's the leading footballer and one of the top celebrities on the planet on Facebook. And he's been very clever in the way that his team have developed his Facebook presence.
Yeah, probably not him personally, to be fair.
Exactly. I think we can congratulate his team. And I think one of the things which he's shown compared to other football celebrities is how important it is to see behind the scenes and to see a little bit of his personality, a little bit of his life off the pitch. That really builds a story around him and makes him much more engageable for consumers around the world.
And in a word, finally, Mike, yes or no, will winning that FIFA Ballon d'Or, the World Footballer of the Year award, add to either of those two players' global awareness?
It definitely will. There's no question of that. It has before. When they've won it, it's a major thing.